Okay, guys, good morning and welcome to this section. So today we are going to talk about a topic, and the topic is a student discussion. Remember that this is a listening section, and this space was created, in order to improve our different skills. And today we are going to be focused on listening. So, in order to start, I would like to know if you have any idea about what is a student discussion. What do you think that is a student discussion? Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
I think that I don't know. Maybe when students are in the classroom and the teacher give a topic and they start to talk about any topic. I think that is a student discussion.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Okay, what about Paula? Paula, do you have any idea about what is a student discussion?
Maybe socialization.
Socialize, yeah?
Uh, yes.
Okay. Something else? Anything else? Okay, that's it. Okay, that's right. A student discussion is when there is a group of students and they are starting talking about a specific topic. And they obviously talk about their point of view. Okay, so here, in order to start, I suppose that both of you, Paula and Edwin, are students from this university, and you are studying a bachelor in English as a foreign language, and suppose. Am I right? ¿Soy en lo correcto? Ambos son estudiantes de
Yes.
licenciatura.
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So here I have two questions, and you are going to help me out to answer this question. The first question is, where do we learn the skills necessary to become a good student in elementary, middle, or high school? So here we have different options, and you are going to tell me what's your point of view about this. Where do we learn those skills and why? Okay, and the second question is, think about education in general. Do you believe most schools are doing a good job, or do you believe schools are in a lot of trouble and need a serious reforms? So, gonna give you 2 minutes in order to think, and then you're going to give me your answer, okay? Or if you have the answer ready, you can tell me.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, teacher.
Okay. So, Edwin, help me with the first question.
Okay, I think that skills are very important since elementary school because uh, kids uh, is going is going to learn, for example, vocabulary and about certain topics. So it's very important to the kids start to study English from this age, for elementary school, for acquire great skills. Middle or high schools, no, because for this stage in the education, students should be a good living in English. So it's very important for me, the elementary school.
Okay, okay. Paula, help me with the second question. Think about education in general. Do you believe most schools are doing a good job?
Okay. I think that some skills are from the family and others from the school has to complement each other. Uh, for example, vocabulary, reading is something elementary important in education.
Okay, your answer is for the first question. Okay, got it. Yeah, that's right. So here maybe you are focused on English school, and that's right. But you have to think that there are skills. Do you know that there are hard and soft skills that that you are starting, for example, at home? I mean, soft skills, right? Punctual, be responsible, blah 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 blah. That kind of skill that are soft skilled. So let's answer the second question too. Okay, but what you said was absolutely right. That's right, absolutely, because you were talking about English skills. So that's right. When you are starting studying English, is easier when you are younger. So much easier when you are a kid because you acquire the language easily. When you are older, yeah, it could be a little bit complicated. Sometimes it depends. It depends. But let's answer the second question. Think about education in general. Do you believe most schools are doing a good job, or do you believe are in a lot of trouble and need serious reform? What do you think, guys?
I think that education needs serious reforms because we will talk about the, for example, elementary, middle, or high schools. It's necessary to give great education in English from, I think, science preschool when kids is going to learn a good English with the vocabulary, listening skills, reading skills, writing skills. So in Colombia, it's necessary to give a great education to kids science preschool. So uh, we don't need schools. We need serious reforms.
Okay, but to be specific, what thing will you change? For example, you say something like, I mean, to be great in two specific subjects, English and science, okay? But what do schools need in order to change it? Are the teachers? Do we need to change our teachers?
Okay, I think that the teachers needs a better preparation to learn in every schools and in all cities, in all countries, in all towns. Because, for example, I live in a town. I see that the kids uh, aren't learning English, a good English. But if you go to the city, I see that kids is learning a good English. So my point is that the education in English should be the same in all countries, for all stages, for all students, for all cities and towns.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. But if we are really honest, we know that the better education or the people who receive a better kind of education are wealthy people or rich people who are able to pay for private school and get a kind of personalized lessons. Yeah, but that's right. Everybody here in Colombia should be have access to a good education. That's right. It's a right. Es un derecho. But you are here in Colombia, many things happen with the money. Okay, so Paula, what's your point of view with the second question?
No, mi respuesta no es tan tan extendida como la de mi compañero.
Don't
Ahora
worry,
estoy.
it's fine.
Okay, I think it's necessary to create new resources to facilitate our students learning and with new teacher methods of didactic to facilitate to second language in the process in the institutions. Oh, so sorry.
Institute, institute,
Institute.
institute. Okay, yeah, that's right. Sometimes teachers don't have knowledge or experience in order to facilitate the, you know, to the students. If they want to teach them a topic, they don't look for different resources. Sometimes they don't have the resources, sometimes, but there are some times or another moments when they don't want to. Because when you are doing, for example, let's suppose that you have a student with a special needs, autistic, with a disability or something like that. When you have a kind of student with these special needs, teachers have to make an effort, tienen que hacer un esfuerzo, the extra mile, correr la milla extra. So yeah, sometimes it's kind of complicated. However, as you know, we as a teacher we need to adapt. They don't have to adapt to us. When we as a teacher should adapt to them. Nosotros somos los que debemos adaptarnos a las circunstancias de ellos, no lo contrario. It's not the positive. But every teacher is different, is a different world, and they're kind of autonomous, and sometimes they can do whatever they want. Well, if they are in a public institution or public school, yeah, they are more open to do many things. When they are working in a private school, it's so much more complicated because people are like the coordinators are looking what you're doing every single day. But when you're working in a public, it's not in that way at all. Okay, guys. So now we have here a topic for today. The topic for today is a student discussion, and we are going to listen a student talking about specific topic. But before doing that, we are going to watch this video that is related with the topic. It's just 1 minute, for a minute.
It's awesome.
Hold on, guys.
some time. What if we lived on Mars?
Then I will keep on jumping all day long.
What? Oh, some. Due to extremely low atmospheric pressure on Mars, we will need to live inside buildings with pressure vessels and walk around with pressure suits. No need to lose our weight anymore. Gravity on Mars is 38% lower than that on Earth. Mars is extremely cold as compared to Earth, so get used to seeing ice everywhere. With extreme water scarcity on Mars, say bye-bye to those long leisurely baths. Get used to those huge dust storms you see in movies. They will be a living reality in Mars. Sunscreen makers will be one happy lot as the extremely thin atmosphere on Mars does not absorb much ultraviolet sunlight. With no more rain and virtually no clouds on Mars, it's time to forget about those beautiful rainbows and sunsets. What if Pangea never broke apart?
Okay, so that was clear for you? The information about how to live in Mars?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes,
teacher.
teacher. Yes. Sí.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. So now we are going to listen, and then we are going to do this sun exercise.
This recording is from the British Council.
So you've got a few minutes to discuss with your partner.
So, as far as I know, the main similarity between Mars and Earth is that they can both support human life.
Yeah, but do we know that's actually true? I mean, Mars is much colder than Earth, isn't it? It says here it's about minus 55 degrees most of the time, whereas on Earth, only places like Antarctica get that cold.
True. Well then, I suppose you could say both planets are a similar distance from the Sun.
No way! Mars is much further away. It says here it's about 228 million kilometers, while Earth is about 150 million.
Yes, but in space that's not that far. Jupiter is like almost 780 million kilometers. That's why we use astronomical units when we talk about distance in space. Earth is 1 astronomical unit from the Sun, and Mars is 1.3. The difference doesn't sound so big when you look at it that way.
I see what you mean. Jupiter is 5.2 astronomical units, so I guess you're right. What other similarities are there between the two planets?
Let's see. Not the color, obviously.
Yeah, Earth is called the blue planet, and Mars is called the red planet for pretty obvious reasons.
Their sizes are pretty different. Mars is about half the size of Earth.
What about this? It looks like the days on both planets are almost the same length. Earth's day is 24 hours, but Mars's is about half an hour longer.
You're right. Okay. Any other things they both share?
I suppose you could say they have water in common.
Could you? How?
Well, Earth is 70% water, and Mars probably had huge oceans in the past. It's just that most of the water there now is probably frozen.
Ah, I see. I don't think we can say the air is the same, though. Most of Earth's air is nitrogen and oxygen. But Mars...
Mars doesn't really have air, not compared with Earth. It's got about 1% as much air as Earth.
Right, and it's mostly carbon dioxide.
Gravity is another difference. I didn't know this, but Mars has higher gravity than the Moon. But it's much less than on Earth, of course.
Oh, yes. It says Mars has about 38% of Earth's gravity.
Okay, let's see what you've found.
Okay, was clear for you? Is necessary to listen again?
I think that is clear, teacher.
No.
Yes, again, please.
Repeat.
Yes.
Okay.
This recording is from the British Council.
So you've got a few minutes to discuss with your partner.
So, as far as I know, the main similarity between Mars and Earth is that they can both support human life.
Yeah, but do we know that's actually true? I mean, Mars is much colder than Earth, isn't it? It says here it's about minus 55 degrees most of the time, whereas on Earth, only places like Antarctica get that cold.
True. Well then, I suppose you could say both planets are a similar distance from the Sun.
No way! Mars is much further away. It says here it's about 228 million kilometers, while Earth is about 150 million.
Yes, but in space that's not that far. Jupiter is like almost 780 million kilometers. That's why we use astronomical units when we talk about distance in space. Earth is 1 astronomical unit from the Sun, and Mars is 1.3. The difference doesn't sound so big when you look at it that way.
I see what you mean. Jupiter is 5.2 astronomical units, so I guess you're right. What other similarities are there between the two planets?
Let's see. Not the color, obviously.
Yeah, Earth is called the blue planet, and Mars is called the red planet for pretty obvious reasons.
Their sizes are pretty different. Mars is about half the size of Earth.
What about this? It looks like the days on both planets are almost the same length. Earth's day is 24 hours, but Mars's is about half an hour longer.
You're right. Okay. Any other things they both share?
Um, I suppose you could say they have water in common.
Could you? How?
Well, Earth is 70% water, and Mars probably had huge oceans in the past. It's just that most of the water there now is probably frozen.
Ah, I see. I don't think we can say the air is the same, though. Most of Earth's air is nitrogen and oxygen. But Mars...
Mars doesn't really have air, not compared with Earth. It's got about 1% as much air as Earth.
Right. And it's mostly carbon dioxide.
Gravity is another difference. I didn't know this, but Mars has higher gravity than the Moon. But it's much less than on Earth, of course.
Oh, yes. It says Mars has about 38% of Earth's gravity.
Okay, let's see what you've found.
Guys, please give me 3 minutes, please. I will back. Okay, guys. Sorry. Okay. So here we have some words that we use in order to make differences or, contrast, or when we are talking about the same thing. So let's classify or put it in the correct box. So you are going to help me out. What about this? To have in common. What do you think that is the answer? In the first word, in the first box, or
In the
second?
yellow, in the second box.
Okay. Yeah. Bad.
First box.
The first box.
Similar.
Second.
Fair.
This one.
First.
The first box. I don't know.
Yeah.
First
Both.
box.
Both.
Second box.
Yes.
To share.
Second box.
Yeah.
First.
Quiet.
First.
Yeah. That's right. Okay. So in this discussion, they were talking about Mars and Earth. So here we have some sentence, and you are going to classify or put in the correct box. So let's start with here with this one. Has more air.
Mars.
Earth.
Mars or Earth?
I think that Earth.
It's Earth.
I think Mars. No sé.
In this case, is Mars. Sorry, Earth. Sorry. Earth, yeah, totally. Earth. Is closer to the sun.
Mars.
Earth.
Earth.
Okay.
Don't worry. It's colder.
Mars.
Mars.
That's Mars.
Yes. Yes.
Has a longer day.
Mars.
Mars.
I think so. I'm not sure, but it has a longer day. Mars.
Yeah, that's right. Has a stronger gravity.
Earth.
It's 50% smaller.
Mars.
Mars.
Yeah. Used to have water.
Earth.
Air used to have water. We don't have water here.
Use.
They mentioned something that is frozen now. Earth es la Tierra, nuestro planeta Tierra.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So the sentence is used to have water. So my question for you is, so do you consider that we don't have water right now?
Mars.
It's Mars, for obvious reasons. And now it's frozen. Okay. Has more nitrogen and oxygen, sorry, than carbon dioxide. What is the answer? Earth or Mars?
Mars. They are no people.
In this case, it's Earth.
Okay.
Earth.
Okay. So guys, you are two, so the conversation is between two people. So you're going to help me with this conversation, okay? I'm gonna set it into the chat. Okay. So, Edwin, you are the student 1 and Paula student 2. Let's start.
Okay.
Wait a moment, teacher. Okay. Student 1, me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as far as I know, the main similarity between Mars and Earth is that they can both support human life.
Yeah, but you will know that's actually true. I mean, Mars is much colder than Earth, isn't it? It says here about minus 45 degrees most of the time. We are on Earth only place like Antarctica get that cold.
True. Well then, I suppose you could say both planets are similar distance from the sun. From the sun?
Okay, yeah. No way. Mars is most further away. It says here about 2028 million kilometers wide year and about 150 millions.
Yes, but in space that's not that far. Jupiter is like almost 780 million kilometers. That's why we use astronomical units when we talk about distance in space. Earth is 1 astronomical unit from the Sun and Mars is 1.3. The difference doesn't sound so big when you look at it that way.
I see what you mean. Jupiter is a 5.2 astronomical unit, so I guess you are right. What other simulators are they between the two planets?
Let's see. Now the color, obviously.
Yeah, Earth is called the blue planet and Mars is called the red planet for very obvious reasons.
Their sizes are pretty different. Mars is about half the size of Earth.
What about this? It looks like days at both planets are almost the same length. Earth's day is 25 hours, but Mars is about half an hour longer.
You are right, okay. Any other things they both share?
I suppose your cows say they have water in common.
Told you. How?
Well, Earth is 70% water and Mars probably had hot oceans in the past. It's just that most of the water here now is probably frozen.
Oh, I see. I don't think we can say the air is the same. So most of Earth's air is nitrogen and oxygen, but Mars?
Mars doesn't really have air, not compared with air. It's good about 1% as much air is air.
Right. And it's mostly carbon dioxide.
Gravity is another difference. I didn't know this, but Mars has higher gravity than the Moon, but is much less than on Earth. Of course, sorry.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It says Mars has about 38% of Earth's gravity.
Teacher.
Teacher, okay, let's see
Okay,
what you
let's see
found.
what you found. Okay, guys, thank you. Okay, so let's try to complete this sentence. The number one, most people think Mark can. Mark can.
Support.
Yeah. Support. That's right. Number two.
Astronomical.
Yeah. And number three.
Planetary Sam?
Yeah. The same color. Number four.
Frozen?
Frozen.
I use it. Number five.
And nitrogen. Yes.
Okay, and the last but not the least.
Gravity.
The
Yes.
the easiest one. Okay, let's see what time is it. I think we had time. Okay, as you could see in the conversation and here in the conversation, they were making comparison between two objects. That's right. So now we are going to do an exercise. It's a game, and you have to make some comparisons. So let me see if I have the link here. Yeah. Okay, so here we have different numbers, and Edwin is going to be team 1 and Paula team 2. Okay, so you can choose only this group of number and this group of numbers. So let's start with Paula. Paula, choose a number.
4.
Okay. So remember that it's a comparison. Comparison is superlative. So.
Oh. I No, no entiendo, profe. ¿Qué
Okay.
tengo que hacer?
You have to tell me the answer. So here we have the adjective. Aquí tenemos el adjetivo. Remember that when we are making comparison, the adjective has to be modified. I mean, for example, if the adjective is long, you can, if it is a comparison between two objects, you say more, blah, 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 more, more beautiful, for example. If it's a superlative, you say the most beautiful. So, and when there is a short adjective, for example, tall. She is taller. Yeah.
Okay, ya. Entonces sería this book is small, the one we read last year.
Is what, sorry?
Small.
Remember that here we have the adjective. You don't have to make it up. No tienes que buscar el adjetivo. Aquí tienes el adjetivo.
Entonces sería, ay, se me olvidó, aburrido en inglés.
Okay, I'm gonna help you out in this case. Here we have the sentence. Aquí tenemos la oración. This book is, y aquí tenemos el adjetivo. Interesting, okay? But remember that we are making comparison between two objects or more than two objects. So, this book is, hay un espacio, este libro es, que, y después dice, the one we read last year, que el que leímos el año pasado. Ok, sí, entonces es una comparación entre el libro de este año y el libro del año pasado. Entonces.
Este libro, o sea, se puede decir, este libro es aburrido, que el que leímos el año pasado, ¿sí? O ahí toca utilizar el que está ahí. ¿Es interesante?
Tenemos que utilizar, exactamente, tenemos que utilizar el adjetivo. Exactly.
Entonces, this book is interesting.
Interesting? Okay, let's check. It's more interesting than. Remember that when the adjective is long, we have to add more. Y no podemos olvidar el than, que es lo que utilizamos para decir que. Es más bonito que, es más feo que, bla, bla, bla. Sorry.
Ok, listo.
Okay, Edwin.
Okay, number 9.
Number 9.
Is this is bets the day of my life.
This is
bets. Comparative. This is bets the day of my life.
You forgot something.
The bets. The bets.
Sorry, but
okay. Oh my goodness.
Ay.
No.
11. She's Marvick.
Marvick. Bigger. Remember, when there is a short adjective, in this case, we had to add ER. But remember that when we have this rule, consonant, vowel, and consonant, the last consonant must be double. Voy a hacer un paréntesis aquí por si se les olvidó quizás. Cuando tenemos los adjetivos que son cortos, en este caso tenemos el adjetivo bit, que es un adjetivo muy cortico, pero tiene una regla que es consonante, la B es una consonante, vocal, consonante. Cuando tenemos esta regla, la última consonante se duplica y luego colocamos la ER para hacer la comparación. ¿Ok?
Ok.
Bueno, sorry. A ver, Edwin, choose a number.
Number 1. It was happier than day of my life.
Happier. Happier. I'm gonna give you in this time the possibility to rethink in the answer. Le voy a dar la posibilidad de que la piensen. It was
More happy. That
more happy. Okay, but here we are making a comparison between two objects. Aquí hay una comparación entre dos objetos. Recuerden que hay comparativos y hay superlativos. Comparativos cuando tenemos dos objetos,
Okay.
superlativos cuando
Happiest.
es el máximo.
Happiest.
happy, porque están pasados también, ¿no? Ok.
Ok. Vamos a dar la respuesta.
Happiest.
The happiest. Ustedes
The
no pueden
happy-
olvidar, mis
the
niños,
happiest.
esto.
Oh my
The
God.
most beautiful, the tallest, the shortest. Obvio
The
aquí
happiest.
se le agrega la EST, pero no debemos olvidar este D. ¿Qué pasó aquí? ¿Alguien me puede explicar por qué está en Y? ¿Qué pasó con esa Y?
Se reemplaza por la
Sí.
IS.
Por la I latina, cuando termina en consonante en este caso, se reemplaza
Por la I y E.
por la I latina y EST. Sorry, guys. Okay, Paula, choose a number.
3. Is more young than her cousin.
Is more young.
Young, sí. Melissa es más joven que su prima, ¿no? Que su prima.
Okay, so let's see something. Young.
Young.
Do you consider that it's too long in order to add the word more before? ¿Consideras que es tan largo como para colocarle la palabra more?
Entonces, Melissa is young than her cousin.
Young.
Young.
Que le hace falta al final. Para hacer Younger.
Melissa. O sea, is younger than her cousin.
Yeah, younger than her cousin. Ok, te la voy a valer.
Ay.
El primer puntico. A ver, Edwin. Ay, escogí algo que no era. Esta no se vale.
Ahí la profe lo puso en el equipo de Edwin. No puedo creerlo, no lo puedo creer.
Okay, so here.
Okay. She's the craziest person I know.
Yes.
Very good. Oh my God.
Excellent.
What a progress. Okay, Paula.
Okay. 7.
Ok, aquí tenemos una oración.
Right.
Y tú me vas a decir si está bien o si está mal. Right or wrong. That computer is as more advanced as this one.
Entonces, ¿qué computador es más avanzado que este?
I don't know, you have to tell me. Tienes que decirme si la oración está bien o está mal o si tiene algo de más. Nada más me dice, está bien, it's right. No, it's wrong.
It's wrong.
It's wrong? Okay.
Yes.
It's wrong. So the computer is as advanced as blah, blah, blah. As advanced as. Okay. Well, Edwin.
10, number 10.
Cheetahs are
the fastest land animals. Cheetahs are the fastest. No.
Very good.
Okay. 8. The situation is bad. Is bad.
Is bad.
Is bad. Situaciones. I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Okay, Edwin, do you have the answer? Maybe?
I think that is the worst.
The worst?
Or worse.
No, let's check. Worse than.
Worse than.
Remember,
Worse
guys,
than.
that we have irregular adjectives. Recuerden que tenemos adjetivos que son irregulares.
Worse
Así
than.
como hay verbos irregulares, hay adjetivos irregulares. Bad, worse, and worst. Con T. So, in this case, no te la valgo a ninguno de los dos.
Worse than.
Okay, Edwin.
Number 2. Is exercise is more difficult than the previous one.
Yeah, that's right. A ver,
20.
20. Where is the 20?
I know 20. Sorry.
Here, this is your team.
Okay. 20.
Okay, you have here 12, 16, and 15.
Yes, I'm sorry. 12, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. A more expensive that place to travel?
Sorry, can you repeat it again?
More expensive that place to travel?
The more.
The more.
So here is the most.
The most.
The most expensive. Edwin.
Number 5. The Everest is the highest mountain in the world.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
16. She is more beautiful, that woman. Have you ever seen?
She's the most
beautiful.
The most. La mujer más bonita que he visto en mi vida.
Okay.
Number 14. These are the cheapest pants I could find. The cheapest.
The cheapest.
Cheapest.
That's right. Okay, Paula. ¿Tienes
pues,
este,
que
no?
me quedo con el que tengo, sí. Ask for possibilities to go. So, I don't know.
Right or wrong?
Grown.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Wrong. And the last one.
13.
Edwin.
13.
Here.
This car smells as fresh as a new car. I think that's wrong.
This car smells as fresh as a new car. That's right.
Oh,
Even when it doesn't make sense, incluso cuando suena como raro, pero sí está bien. Este carro huele también como un carro. Ok. En realidad ganó dice Team 2, pero en realidad es el puntaje de Edwin. Okay, guys. So it was a pleasure.
I am the winner.
Okay. Okay, guys, it was a pleasure to be with you. I hope to see you again in another moment. So have a nice day. So that's it. Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher. Thank you
Okay,
so
teacher,
much.
thank you for the
Bye.
time.
Bye bye.
Bye.